WEEK's exclusive coverage of Bradley basketball is brought to you in part by Heritage Bank, locally owned and managed since 1920. By Ford and your local Ford dealers. By Casey's General Stores, a convenience store and a whole lot more. By The Mattress Doctor, delivering dreams to you. By Menards, save big money at Menards. And by the Better Banks, better service, better bank.
Bradley Braves holding us straight as they visit the Purple Aces of Evansville. Hello and welcome to Bradley Basketball here on WEEK. Lee Hall along with Bradley Hall of Famer Joe D'Alfonso. And Joe, this kind of a straight is not a good thing. 14 straight road losses in the Valley for Bradley. 9 straight losses here at Roberts Stadium. Second all-time in Bradley history on the road.
That's right. Of all places to try to break the longest losing streak in Valley Road history for Bradley, this is not the place. But the Aces are struggling. They've lost 6 in a row, and now they come up with a team that's been playing pretty well.
The Braves ace, if you will, is Marcellus Somerville, but he hasn't played well on the road of late, Joe.
No, 5 straight road games. He has not shot the ball very well. He has rebounded. Bradley has won one of those games at Southern Miss, but he's coming off 2 straight strong performances in Carver Arena, and we hope it carries over tonight.
14 for 23 from the floor in his last 2 games, both of those at home. The top guy for Evansville is Matt Webster. He averages 15 a game and always plays tough against Bradley.
And he also leads the Valley in free throw attempts, 132. So he's an inside guy, an outside guy, and he knows how to get opposing big men in foul trouble.
Bradley's last road win in the conference came in Indiana, at Indiana State. Hopefully they can work that Hoosier State magic again here tonight. We'll have the starting lineups coming your way next.
At Subway restaurants, you can get any 3 regular foot-long subs for just $11.99. Just $11.99. All day, every day. Now that's eating well. Subway. Eat fresh.
Customers always tell me that they like that the sale never ends at the store, that there's not pressure to decide by 5 o'clock tonight or by Friday. If you make a purchase on something and then you see it advertised on sale the next day or 2 weeks later, it's so frustrating. We're very cost efficient and we're able to give better prices to the customer so they can save more on their furniture. And plus they get a great selection. At our store, the sale never ends. It's on sale every day.
In the River City, Riddlers and Jokers are planning to overcharge you. Quick to UFS for special offers from Frigidaire, power buys from Shaw and Mohawk. UFS, fighting high prices in the River City.
Experience the promise of the Plus at Bank Plus.
If you choose MTCO for high-speed internet, get used to free email virus protection. Get used to free expert installation. MTCO Communications. Expect more.
MTCO Communications, your quality choice for paging service.
That's our national anthem. The Braves and the Evansville Purple Aces here tonight at Roberts Stadium. The starting lineups first for the visitors from Peoria. J.J. Twy making the start again tonight, along with Marcellus Somerville. Zach Andrews at center. The Braves are 7-2 when Zach is in the starting lineup. Tony Bennett, the senior from Chicago Westinghouse. Daniel Ruffin round out the starting lineup for the Braves. For the Purple Aces, they come into this game 5-13, just 1-9 in the Missouri Valley Conference. Shy Eli at 1 forward. The other forward, the guy we talked about in the open, Matt Webster, their leading scorer. At center, it's Bradley Strickland. And at the guards, it's Kyle Anslinger and Jason Holsinger. Anslinger and Holsinger. All right. We will have the opening tip coming your way next as Bradley tries to snap that long road conference losing streak. Up next.
A potent 3.8-liter V6 and available all-wheel drive. matched with a 4-speed Sportronic transmission. The Mitsubishi Endeavor. So much torque, so few mountains. Get a new 2005 Mitsubishi Endeavor LS starting under $22,700 after applying a factory rebate of $3,000. Mitsubishi. Driven to thrill.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
The Biggest Loser family finale, Thursday morning at 1:05 a.m.
Number 5, Shy.
And we are back at Roberts Stadium. Bradley 11-7, 5-5 in the conference after a couple of wins in a row at home. Again, taking on Evansville 5-13, 1-9 in the Missouri Valley Conference. Our officials for tonight from the Missouri Valley Conference, of course, Jerry Siebert there at your left, Jaron George in the middle, and Dave Cronin on your right. Jerry Siebert, veteran Valley official tonight. There you go. Look at the Braves. Jim Less, his 4th season at his alma mater, 51-56, 3-4 against the Purple Aces of Evansville. Steve Murfeld, also Joe, in his 4th season, not as much success, 35-68. He is 4-4 career against the Braves. He was 90-57 in 5 seasons at Hampton. Took them to the NCAA tournament in 2001, where they beat Iowa State.
A big victory in the first round, a 15 seed over a 2 seed. But while he was at Hampton, he also lost to Bradley and Carver Arena. So he's known the Braves for quite a while.
9-year career for Murfeld, 125 and 125. In fact, his name was bandied about when the job was open after Jim Molinari left.
That's right. One of the names on the short list because he had had such success at Hampton. And he was kind of hot at the time. Ended up in the Valley along with Jimmy.
What do you see as key here tonight, Joe?
Really, there's only one thing. That's rebounding, Lee. I mean, the Aces are 1-12 when they get out-rebounded on the season, and Bradley out-rebounds almost every one of their opponents, especially when Zach Andrews is in the starting lineup. So if that trend continues, Bradley's going to be a winner tonight. And there's other things, but that's really the key thing.
The Aces are aces in the hole as we come into this one. Joe mentioned it. They've lost 6 straight, 10 of their last 11, and only 1 win this year when they've been out-rebounded.
They've only beaten Indiana State in the conference, and that was on this floor. So they've had their problems on the road overall as well. They've got a long losing streak on the road, even with non-conference teams thrown in.
Zach Andrews wins the tip, and the Braves open with the first possession of the ball game. Aces in the man-to-man. Want to look inside. Now it looks like more of a matchup.
It's a matchup zone, yes.
Ruffin with the ball. He's picked up his offensive game. Tries to force one in there. Andrews with a nice catch, but can't finish. That was a tough pass. I thought it was going to be a turnover, but Andrews came up with it but couldn't score.
Yeah, the catch was harder than the shot ended up being, and he didn't convert.
There's Webster with it, the big guy, 33. He and Strickland like to play a little 2-man game. Holsinger now the freshman, left-hander, in and good. He averages 12.5 points a game out of LaPel, Indiana.
And he got off to a bad start and ended up having a bad game in Peoria 2 weeks ago tonight, Lee.
3-0. Sellis answers. Somerville just 9 points a game in his last 5 road games.
But he's been shooting well from the floor the last 2, albeit in Peoria. But that was a straight-up jumper with a lot of authority. It was strong on that shot.
Aces turn it over. Yeah, Marcellus, 9 points a game, 22% from the floor in those 5 road games. But the last 2 games at home, 61% shooting.
Right. And he's taking better shots, and he's shooting it with more confidence. He's getting in better position to make shots, i.e. the post.
Inside, Andrews goes for the reverse dunk, but it's blocked. He does the crab flip, and here come the Aces. Couple of looks inside for Andrews, and he couldn't score, and that foul will go against the Braves and Marcellus Somerville.
Well, that's one of the matchups. You know, Webster is so good for them. He's probably going to be a second-team all-conference player only because of where the Aces are going to finish. But he's a very strong player. But on those first two possessions, Andrews was too quick for him. That's a bad matchup for the Aces, and we're talking about their best player.
He is third in the Valley, scoring 15 points a game. 3-3, we played almost 2 minutes. Holsinger guarded by Ruffin. Now they look to go inside, and this is a look that Murfeld talked about earlier, trying to post up some of his 6'4 guys. Eli and Anslinger. Very close to a 5 count there as Webster comes down with it. Shot clock at 9. Good defense this trip for Bradley. Can they maintain it for the rest of the shot clock? No. Webster, who scored 19 against Bradley and played only 27 minutes before spraining an ankle, gets his first bucket.
And he missed a game after that at Illinois State, but he was back in the lineup, just missing one game. That was a tough shot. He earned those 2 points.
Bennett fall-away jumpers off the mark. Inside to Strickland. He can't handle it and passes out of the double team. Webster, long three. He's not all that great from out there. He's only made 6 this year. He's got the range, but not a very high percentage shooter. Twy at the other end.
Nice early offense by the Braves that time, getting the ball up quickly, getting to JJ, and he knew what to do with it. Took it to the hoop with authority.
Braves 3-1 with Twy in the lineup, in the starting lineup the last 4 games. Holsinger off the mark. He had a poor shooting game against the Braves, as you mentioned, Joe.
That shot hit the rim, and all 5 Aces were near half court, getting back on defense.
Game tied at 5. Somerville tries for his second 3. That one's short, and Eli comes away with it.
That was also contested.
Eli, the freshman from out of Indianapolis, falls out of bounds. And into the lineup for the Aces is Justin Petty, a junior from Indianapolis. He replaces Strickland.
Well, we can see what J.J. Twy has brought to this lineup recently. There's a dive for a loose ball there, almost picked up the steal. On the other end, a layup to get his team tied. He has played with a lot of confidence despite sitting out a lot of minutes in the middle of the season.
A lot of energy, a lot of intensity. Webster gets it on the block. That's where he likes to go to work, and he does and draws the foul. That's his office down there. If he catches down there, it's too late.
Right. Well, we mentioned in the open, 132 free throw attempts that leads the Missouri Valley Conference, and here it is again. Now he's going to put the ball on the floor. No one was there to strip it. He drew the contact. Andrews was straight up and still got the foul. He knows how to do it very well. He's going to shoot a lot of these.
Shoots a lot, makes a lot, 75%. At the free throw line for the junior out of Sheridan, Indiana. Patrick O'Brien checks in for Bradley. He replaces Andrews. And Art Stahlbergs comes in for Evansville, replacing Eli. Webster makes both free throws, and it's a 2-point Purple Aces lead. He's got 4 of Evansville's 7 points. Braves go into O'Brien. First trip down. He airballs the jump hook. Somerville gets, but can't hang on. Tried to save it. Tried to throw it off one of the Aces and couldn't. Now it's Webster again. Tries to go around O'Brien. No dice there. Passes out of the double.
Nice play by Twy, picking up on the baseline.
Webster fouled by O'Brien. And he's doing a great job so far, Joe, of drawing the contact and drawing the fouls on the Braves as we go to break. 15:42 to go first half. Aces by 2.
The Jansen Law Center never charges a fee to consult with you on your case.
Jay Jansen. One name says it all.
Advanced medical transport in your neighborhood.
On alert, ready to respond, waiting so you don't have to.
AMT in your neighborhood.
Participating in litter pickups.
AMT in your neighborhood.
A part of Night Out Against Crime.
AMT in your neighborhood.
Providing charitable care to those in need.
AMT in your neighborhood.
Supporting neighborhood associations.
Advanced medical transport. Proud to be involved.
Go to Brick Oven in Morton and get fresh handmade oven-fired pizzas.
I love it.
The Brick Oven. All you can eat walleye Fridays for just $7.95.
Wonderful.
Quality built.
For better living.
Quality built.
For better living.
Quality built.
For better living.
Visit our HomeWay Home Model Home Center in Goodfield. Walk through completed homes. Work with our experienced designers. Customize one of 37 different floor plans.
I'm Jean Daly from Westminster Village Retirement Community in Bloomington. Email me your questions about retirement living options today at week.com's Experts Online.
The Biggest Loser family finale, Thursday morning at 1:05 a.m.
Bradley Braves find themselves down 2 here at the first media timeout. Take a look at the Missouri Valley Conference standings. Northern Iowa and Southern Illinois both now 9-2 after wins earlier today. Southern Illinois won at ISU. Northern Iowa won by 2 at Drake. Wichita State 8-2. Creighton 7-3. Those two teams playing as we speak. Missouri State and Bradley 5-5 coming into the action. And then you see the rest of the standings as Anslinger knocks down the 3 coming out of the break. Foul down low will go against the Aces on Strickland as he tried to hold his position against O'Brien.
Right, and that mirrors the foul that O'Brien picked up on the other side of the court against Webster, which got the ire of Coach Les, of course. He doesn't want Webster to do anything he can or anything he wants to do to get position on the Bradley big man.
Lawrence Wright, Will Franklin check in for Bradley, J.J. Twy, and Tony Bennett take a seat. 10-5 Aces. Played almost 5 minutes here at Roberts Stadium. O'Brien's worked some on that mid-range 15-footer as teams sag off of him. Ruffin shot no good. Tip. And the Aces come away with him.
A 6-2 advantage on the boards for the home team.
Petty all alone. That's not the kind of defensive effort Jim Les is looking for. He was wide open. Somebody missed an assignment
there. It was Lawrence Wright.
Somerville, pull-up jumper way short. O'Brien got a hand on it. Out of bounds. Somerville wanted a foul. Maurice Blakey, junior out of Louisville, checks in for the Aces. He replaces Anslinger. Jim Les. That's a foul call.
Well, they're talking about protecting the shooter that time. That the shot was way short, and everybody's holding their hands up against the elbow, saying that's why it was short, because he got hit right there.
7-0 run for the Aces. Another straight that doesn't favor the Braves. Webster's out of there for Evansville. Stahlbergs gets it in the lane and walked. Good thing for the Braves because that's not good post defense either.
No, they're letting them get the ball too easily down there, whether it's Webster or anybody else, and that's got to stop. This team does not shoot particularly well. Bradley has a big advantage in almost every category, but if you let the Aces get off to a hot start, they'll have confidence and think they can win this game.
O'Brien, double team. Passes out of it. Ruffin to right. Baseline jumper is good. Lawrence Wright averages almost 11 points a game. Aces quickly the other way. Franklin couldn't hang on.
Interesting to see the 2 point guards playing with each other again, Ruffin and Franklin. We've seen the 3-guard lineup, the 3 small guards, and this is early in the game to have these 2 playing together right now.
Webster comes back in. Jim Les looking for a lineup that works here in the opening moments of this game. We played 6 minutes. It's 12-7 Evansville. Stahlbergs and Wright hit the deck. Stahlberg's wanted a whistle. Holzinger for three. He's third in the Valley, averaging just over 2 threes per game. Wright puts it on the floor, charge.
A little bit out of control right now is the Bradley offense. We've got shots taken from the corner. We've got air balls. We've got charges.
J.J. Twy back in. Jeremy Crouch will make his first appearance of the night after not playing in 2 of the last 3 ball games.
Holzinger was 0 for 4 from three-point land in the game 2 weeks ago. 2 of 10 overall in a game in Peoria. And now he's already got 2 threes and propelled them to an 8-point lead.
Made 2 of his first 3. Bradley beat the Aces the first 2 years they joined the Missouri Valley Conference. They haven't won here since. Holzinger again. Got around a screen, and he's knocked in 3 threes already.
3 out of 4.
Twy in the lane. O'Brien, offensive board. Has it knocked away as he goes up. And the Aces come away with it. So the Braves with a chance for some second chance points, but nothing doing there, and Jim Les gets in the ear of the official. Holzinger dribbles it off his leg, and it'll be Bradley ball.
Good defensive pressure that time. Braves just have to slow it down a little bit on offense. They talked about Wednesday night taking such great pride in working against the zone of Missouri State and getting the shot clock under 10 seconds and getting good shots. They've got to do that a little bit here. There will be good shots. They've just got to take care of the ball better, take better shots, just take the time.
And you can't get 11 points on one trip.
Right. It's going to take a little bit.
Craig Pfeiffer, number 40, into the ball game for the Aces. Anslinger back in there as well. Will Franklin, the junior college transfer, brings it across for the Braves. They trail it here by 11. Inside Somerville. Turnaround jumper. He gets the whistle this time and will go to the line. Fouls on Webster, his first.
So that's a bad foul on Webster. You know, fouling someone who's falling away on the baseline like that. He really bailed out Marcellus. And that shot, again, early in the shot clock. 1 pass, 1 shot.
Somerville, 17 points. He was 7 of 11 from the floor Wednesday against the Bears of Missouri State. He makes his first free throw here tonight.
And with scoring comes more attempts from the free throw line. Marcellus is getting there a little more often these days. He lived at the line his first 2 years and shot well from there. 75% career shooter.
Here's the pressure from Bradley. They're back within 9. Pfeiffer wants it down low and beats O'Brien. Craig Pfeiffer doesn't even really have a scoring average. He plays so little. He gets in the book twice. Right. He scores and then fouls at the other end.
He's feeling pretty good to the other side. He's going to put a hand on O'Brien. And Patrick's going to sit down here because he has not played good post defense so far in his game coming off the bench.
Andrews and Tony Bennett come back in. Patrick will get a chance to watch and pick up on what he's missing out on. Braves down 11 again. Not really able to get into an offensive flow here in the first 8 minutes. Franklin drives and a hold down low against Evansville. It's actually on Blakey. It'll be Braves ball when we come back. 11:50 to go first half. It's 20-9 Evansville.
Get into a new 2006 Mitsubishi Galant DE at your local Mitsubishi dealer, starting under $18,400 after applying a factory rebate of $1,000. Mitsubishi. driven to thrill.
If you choose MTCO high-speed internet, you'll just have to get used to a few things. Dedicated high-speed internet.
I love MTCO's high-speed internet access.
Get used to spam blocking.
Their spam blocker and antivirus protection is fabulous.
Get used to great service.
To be the internet provider of choice in this area.
Get used to great tech support.
Call MTCO tech support. It's nice you get to talk to a live person.
It's MTCO. Get used to it. MTCO Communications. Expect more.
At the Better Banks, we never forget we serve people, not numbers. That's one reason we're committed to staying locally owned and operated. It makes us more accountable to the people in the communities we serve.
I still get all the services that are provided from the national banks, but I'm not just a number. I'm not just an account. I become a person and a valued customer, and that's really important. I really feel valued with the Better Banks.
News 25 Sports on the WEEK.com daily podcast.
And welcome back to Roberts Stadium. Big crowd of Bradley fans here. There's Roger Fegley in the red sweater vest off to the left there in the second row.
Taking a night off tonight, just watching the game from the stands.
Yeah. Well, he thought maybe one of us might get sick this time. At the end of the game, Joe and I will pick the Heritage Bank player of the game. Heritage Bank, locally owned and managed since 1920. Bradley needs somebody to step forward here in that type of category, player of the game. They have not gotten much going here early. Somerville tries. Bennett on the offensive glass. Now a foul on Andrews as he got tied up with Pfeiffer at the other end. The official at the other end of the floor called Andrews for a foul.
Everything was fine until he pushed him with his last movement trying to get up. I saw it. But there's bigger problems than that. 9-3, Evansville on the boards has the advantage over Bradley. And I want to tell you, I mean, coming into this game, you looked at the stats there. Evansville is minus 3 or 4 on the boards every game. Bradley's plus 5. I mean, that's a 9 differential. And it's 9 the other way, 6 the other way.
They've definitely come out as the aggressor here in the first half. Bradley needs to find what they had in the last 2 home games and let it out here tonight. Franklin, Holsinger goes around him. Another pass interior. Boy, they're getting a lot of good looks down low, Joe.
Yes. And that's why they're 7 of their first 10 from the field.
Andrews wanted it inside. Spin move. Tough force shot off the glass and no good. And
we're going 100 miles an hour on the offensive end.
Yeah, Zach was determined to shoot that when he got it. Holsinger drives right through the Bradley defense, and it's 22-9.
Starting to see a little frustration now on the visiting team, trying to get that 11-point shot you were talking about.
Bennett for 3. Air ball. And it's amazing how this team can come on the road and look like this after what they were able to do the last couple of games.
I mean, I want to tell you, that was one pass and a shot from the top of the key. Nothing else. There's no flow whatsoever.
22-9. Daniel Ruffin back in. Wright back in. O'Brien back in for Bradley.
You're trying to find a combination. That's what Coach Les is trying to do right now. A combination of people who are going to shoot the ball in and defend on the other side.
Holsinger blocked that time by Ruffin. And that's where the Braves have to pick it up. They talk about it all the time. They've got to pick it up at the defensive end.
It always starts there. The cures of any ill starts at the defensive end. You stop them, you get confidence, and everything else you do.
Evansville shooting 67% against a Bradley team that's second in the Valley in field goal percentage defense. Creighton is the only road team to shoot over 38% against Bradley this year. J.J. Twy tips it out, and here comes Franklin in transition. Good job by the Aces to get back.
Good job by O'Brien on defense that time.
Bradley 1 basket since the 17:09 mark. That's a good idea. And a foul. Fouls on Pfeiffer, his second.
See how the offense slowed down and the ball went into the post that time. Patrick took his time. They had to honor all the cutters. They had to honor the double team, and there was a foul because he couldn't hold them off forever.
Strickland and Webster back in for Evansville. Replacing the reserves, Petty and Pfeiffer. Moritz Wright trying to make something happen, and it rolls out on him. Gets it back, puts it up, blocked. The Braves can't buy one. Stahlberg hustles. I thought he went out of bounds, but he called the timeout before he went out.
You're right. On top of everything else, when they do get good shots, they're rimming out and going out. The best thing to do right now, if you're the Bradley Braves, is stay patient. There's a lot of time left. There's 3/4 of this game left. There's the scramble and the timeout. Good call, good play. There's a lot of time left. You just got to get one basket at a time, one stop at a time, get yourself, below 10 points and go from there.
This is a Bradley team coming in. The last three halves, they shot 68% in the second half against Indiana State, 61%, and then 56% against Missouri State. Right now, 3 of 17.
And against this team, just 2 weeks ago tonight, 56% in the first half, 59% in the second half, 57% for the game. And that's just 2 weeks ago. The only difference was another court. Bradley won that game by 28 points. I've been around basketball a long time, and I don't think a home court is worth 29 points turnaround.
Holsinger, deep three. He's just going to throw them all in tonight. That's unconsciousness right there, 25-9.
Well, Daniel Ruffin looked at Jim Less and said, am I supposed to guard him out there? And Jimmy says, I guess.
Now an illegal screen on O'Brien. That's his second. So this team has not figured it out yet on the road. There's a lot of time to do it, but boy, this is not a good start.
No. And as we mentioned, this gives the home team confidence. They haven't beaten anyone in 6 games. And now they think, well, this is our night. Right now, they've got to be thinking that until the game gets closer.
Somerville back in, and the senior would be wise to take charge down on the offensive end. Long lob to Strickland is no good. Maybe the Aces will get a little overconfident here. Somerville gets the touch. Can't get it to go. Wright got a hand on it. But it's Aces ball again, and that's becoming a disturbing trend here. Holsinger, bad pass, turns it over. Here come the Braves. 2-on-1. Franklin, alley-oop to Ruffin. Oh, my goodness. He had a dunk against Missouri State, and he gets some serious hang time there.
He went up to dunk that time. I didn't know what Real was doing with that ball. Obviously, those two knew.
That ends a 13-2 run by Evansville.
No, it's 16-2. It's 16-4.
Anslinger's second three of the night. It'll be Bradley ball, much to the chagrin of the folks here. 7:57 to play. 7:57 left, 28-11 Aces.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
Quality built.
For better living.
Quality built.
For better living.
Quality built.
For better living. Visit our HomeWay Home Model Home Center in Goodfield. Walk through completed homes. Work with our experienced designers. Customize one of 37 different floor plans.
Thursday on News 25 Nightside at 10. Heart disease. You may be at risk and not even know it. Now, there's a breakthrough in diagnosis. Thursday at 10, News 25 Sandy Gallant shows you new state-of-the-art technology that is clearer, quicker, more accurate at revealing hidden heart problems here in Central Illinois. Plus, watch as News 25's Tom McIntyre takes the test. Watch and learn Inside the Heart 3D imaging. Thursday on News 25 Nightside at 10. Your home team. News 25 Sports on the WEEK.com daily podcast.
Back at Evansville, it's 28-11. Aces over the Braves. Time now for Tonight in the Valley, brought to you by Casey's General Stores as we see the near dunk by Daniel Ruffin on the alley-oop. Casey's General Stores, a convenience store and a whole lot more. Northern Iowa escapes Drake 51-49. It was Southern Illinois winning at Illinois State 65-52, and Wichita State is at Creighton tonight. They are underway as well.
Yeah, Wichita State jumped off to a big lead in that game at the Quest Center. We saw that score like 25-9 over Creighton. Halftime score will be coming up.
Braves down 28-11 here. It was 12-5. It was 25-9.
Aces have gone zone just from the out-of-bounds play.
Bradley a little more patient this time, right? No rotation on that shot. Now throws one up. His first shot wouldn't have been a bad one, but the form was awful. Right. I mean, it was a knuckleball, and then the last one he just threw.
Well, those two misses put the Braves at now at 4 of 21 for the game, under 20%. And meanwhile, on the other side, Aces are making 2 of every 3.
Now it looks a little man-to-manish that time, and the Braves get a whistle on the Aces.
These 6 fouls each now, both teams being a 1-1 with the last 7 minutes.
Blakey picks up the foul.
Aces switching defense, very effective so far. They're not a very big team. They're not a very athletic team. That's why they're 1-9 in the league.
Somerville on the floor now gives to Ruffin. He's picked up his offense of late. Mr. January averaging almost 10 points a game this month. Nate knocks in the 3.
Yeah, we can go take that further. He's going to hate to see January leave because he has been on fire this month in a lot of categories, including dunks.
Braves pick up a steal this time. Somerville takes it away and throws it over and back. You have got to be kidding me.
Last time I saw that was Washington Middle School a couple times this winter. I know Dave Adams doesn't like to see that, and I don't like seeing it from here. And obviously the coaching staff is a little dismayed.
Not a good turnover for anybody, but not for your senior especially. Stahlberg's back in for the Aces. They lead it here 28-14.
Only the second turnover by Bradley in this first half. That hasn't been the problem.
Webster in the lane, blocked by Wright. Braves picking it up a little bit defensively. Ruffin for 3. No good. Somerville over the back.
And that'll be shots now.
That's 2 on Somerville. O'Brien's on the bench with 2.
And Andrews has 2.
Bradley big men not faring very well here in the opening half. 6:24 to go in the first, 28-14. Andrews comes in for Somerville.
Marcellus has no rebounds yet in this ball game, according to the stat sheet given us by Evansville.
Webster likes playing against Central Illinois teams. He had 29, a career high against Western Illinois earlier this year. Missed the free throw that time. Braves need to capitalize here. Very small lineup for the Braves. Ruffin, Franklin, Bennett, Wright, and Andrews. Wright, 3 is good. My goodness.
We talked about
3 of 11 for the season from back there.
Milking the shot clock down. I'm not sure that's the shot you want when the shot clock is under 10, but it was good. Rather have a bad shot than a turnover.
Bradley's trailed by as many as 16. They've cut it to 11. Need another stop here. Bennett with a steal. He's second in the Valley in that category. Right, down the lane. He'll go to the line. Foul is on Strickland.
Now we're seeing some aggressive play, both on the boards. Marcellus' second foul was because of aggressive play, trying to get a rebound. Now Wright is going to the basket with abandon. That's the second time in like 3 possessions he's done that. Made a 3, now he's going to the line. The effort is there. The execution in the first 10 minutes was nowhere to be found.
Lawrence Wright will go to the line where he's 77.5% this season. Excellent at the free throw line. Started the first 11 games, averaged 29 minutes a game. His last 7 games, only 20 minutes a game. Coming off the bench the last 4 times out. 5 including tonight.
Well, he was on the all-bench team last year for the Valley, so he knows how to come into a game and make an impact.
And he has tonight 7 points. And Bradley's back within 9. The defense has been better. A couple of blocks, a couple of steals. 8-0 run for Bradley.
5 of them by Lawrence Wright.
Good show that time by Andrews to get out on Holsinger. Not give him that open 3.
That's got to be.
And a travel on Webster. That's 9 turnovers on the Aces. Crowd here didn't like it too much. They wanted a foul.
Right. They thought he was pushed, thought he had help taking those small steps.
5 minutes to play first half. Bradley trying to get back in this one. They have. Bennett, jumper, good. Tony Bennett averaging 13 points a game in conference play alone. That's number 1 on the team.
Right. And that play was called for him. Jim Les called fists. It was for Tony Bennett from the start. He knew it. He shot it with confidence.
His first bucket of the night gets Bradley within 7. Inside Webster. Foul. Counted. He'll go to the line. That's 3 on Andrews.
We mentioned it. Once you catch it, once you let him catch it down there, you've almost got to play behind him. Just your hands up. You can't go for any fakes. You can't try to block the shot. It's too late. You've given up the position already.
Yep. O'Brien back in. He's got 2 personals. Somerville has 2 personals. So foul trouble could be a problem here. And Bradley averages almost 27 fouls on the road in the Valley. And the opposition getting 36 free throw attempts in those games. Webster completes the 3-point play. Anslinger back in.
Well, the foul trouble negates the good defense the team has played, on the half court. Not allowing a lot of high percentage shots, not allowing a high percentage shots of threes, but the fouls negate all that.
Ace is doing a good job of sagging in on the Bradley big man. Wright gets the miss and saves it, and a new shot clock for the Braves. O'Brien goes to work. Jump hook is good.
Woo! That is unstoppable. And the way he got the ball was he went from block to block. When the ball went to the corner, he scooted over and got the position. That's what he has to do.
His first basket of the night.
If you're lazy coming across the lane, you won't get that. You won't get the return pass from the skip.
Wright puts it on the floor. Can't finish again. Teddy got a hand on it. He bobbled it as it went up. Wright wants a foul. Doesn't get it. We've got a timeout with 3:43 left. Braves coming back. They trail by 8.
At the Better Banks, we never forget we serve people, not numbers. That's one reason we're committed to staying locally owned and operated. It makes us more accountable to the people in the communities we serve.
I still get all the services that are provided from the national banks, but I'm not just a number. I'm not just an account. I become a person and a valued customer, and that's really important. I really feel valued with the Better Banks.
We have so many options.
It is a showroom full of ideas.
Maryland Trends, Maryland Looks, Maryland Ideas. There's a great idea showroom in Peoria and Bloomington, so get there.
It's easy to say yes to Toyotas for less. Sports Toyota Beacon, just off I-474 at Route 29.
We're watching over the River City. Quick to UFS 4. Special offers, power buys, and timely savings. UFS fighting high prices in the River City.
Stop on in, you got what you need. Stop on in, you're on the run.
Casey's General Store has your gas, your drinks, and homemade food. Everything it takes to get it done. Right now, pick up a Casey's large pepperoni pizza with 50% more pepperoni for only $9.99.
Your convenience store and a whole lot more. Yeah, there's so much more. Stop on in to Casey's General Store.
The Biggest Loser family finale, Thursday morning at 1:05 a.m.
Lee Hall, Joe D'Alfonso back at Roberts Stadium in Evansville, Indiana. The Braves on a 12-3 run since trailing by 17, and a nice job here. Patrick O'Brien getting into the offense.
Right. He hesitated. He got his position, and then here's a little sky hook. Undefensible by anybody in a white shirt, that's for sure.
Join us on the Jim Les Show tomorrow morning at 10, and we will see Patrick in his individual workouts with the coaching staffs, and he takes a pounding from Bradley assistant Lennox Forrester, preparing for just that kind of play right there. Braves in a 1-3-1.
Right.
Little zone for Bradley, trying to switch things up here. Ruffin almost comes up with the steal. And the key is going to be, with Franklin down low, O'Brien is going to have to sag in on Webster when he gets that ball down low.
Right. Franklin's got the baseline responsibility, but O'Brien has the paint.
Now they switch man-to-man on the out of bounds. O'Brien guarding Webster. O'Brien with two personals. Andrews on the bench with three. Webster, like we said, Joe, it's too late when he catches it in the lane.
Right, but he had to make a tougher shot that time. Right. He had to shoot it over Patrick and bank it in.
Yeah, that's no bargain, is it? Brandon Heemskirk will check in for Bradley on the next dead ball. Aces almost come up with a steal. O'Brien gets it. Bennett thought about the three. Drives in, gives it to O'Brien, who will go to the line on the foul. Fouls on Petty. That's his first. That's a Petty foul.
Small one, yes.
All of them on him are. And O'Brien will go to the line. The big fella. Third straight game off the bench, and it hasn't hurt him any. The last two games off the bench, 17.5 points, shooting 62% from the floor after going 0 for 2 at Creighton.
And he had a solid game against Evansville 2 weeks ago. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 of 7 from the field in just 19 minutes.
Yeah. That's good production, 15 points in 19 minutes. We've seen Bradley teams that haven't scored with that efficiency over the years.
Right.
Heemskirk comes in, replacing O'Brien. Jim Les doesn't want his big fella to get his third foul. We saw that Wednesday night. Heemskirk came in with about a minute to play in the first half against the Bears. Aces beat the press. They've led by as many as 17 here tonight. It's an 8-point Aces lead with 2:43 to play first half. Nice high-low there. They kick out to Eli. Good passing that time by the Aces, but the shot didn't go. Eli just 3 of 22 from the three-point line coming into tonight.
And Bradley closing the gap on the rebounding as well. It's 1 and out for the Aces now.
Bennett, high-arching shot. Bounces, no good. Heemskirk got a hand on it, and Bradley gets another try. New shot clock. They don't have to be in a hurry, but Ruffin takes it in and shoots anyway. Maybe a little too quick on the trigger that time. I don't know if he knew they got a new shot clock or not.
Should have.
Heemskirk guarding Webster, and Webster will go to the line. Webster's a little too quick for Brandon out there on the floor.
Right, and Brandon should have gotten help. As soon as that ball got on the floor, if Brandon's not on the dribble side, then he should have been doubled. Can't let him dribble the ball from the top of the L to the basket like that.
Webster had 10 points, and the Aces lost to Northern Iowa here earlier this week. He's in double figures now with 10. Blakey comes in for Holsinger.
Evansville has failed to score 65 points in 9 straight games, and that's a couple of wins thrown in there as well. So 65 is not a lot, and they're halfway to 70 now. Bradley's going to have to make some adjustments at halftime for sure.
Well, they can't allow him to catch. They're going to have to guard him better, and they're going to have to guard the guards better and not allow an easy pass into the block.
That's right. If you defeat the pass, you defeat the catch.
Man-to-man this trip for the Aces. Back to a 10-point Evansville lead. Heemskirk will try the free throw jumper. Eli quickly the other way. No whistle. Eli out of bounds. And it'll be Bradley ball. Jim Less uses his 30-second timeout with 1:25 to go here in the first half.
It's not been a good half, but the good news is there's a lot of basketball to be played tonight. This is a team that doesn't really know how to close out games and win games. And if Bradley makes a run, as they will, maybe even in this last minute 25, a couple of quick baskets, then you put the doubt in their minds, come out in the second half with some adjustments, and it's a different story.
They can't let this team shoot 65%.
No, this team is, is about 10th of the league in shooting, really.
Jim Less's team needs to come out in the second half like they did against Indiana State 2 games ago at home and lay down the law defensively. They gave up 40 points in the first half to Indiana State. And Jim said in the paper that you could not print what I said at halftime.
Right. You may have to just play the tape. Play it over again. 2 possessions at least left in this half for the Braves. A lot of time.
This is where they missed the depth in the front court, too, with Sam Singh out for the year with that knee injury. Franklin will try the 3. He's fouled and he'll go to the line. His shot rattled in and out, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Fouls on Petty. That's his second.
He's 6 of his last 12 from three-point range. He has played solid. I've talked to a lot of Bradley fans back in Peoria. And everybody likes the way Will Franklin comes in and just taken over some games. And the minutes he's played with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and he really looks like he belongs at Division I play.
He definitely does, Joe. We'll have a chat with him tomorrow on the Jim West Show at 10 a.m. And he's a fun young man to talk to out of Houston, Texas. Not highly regarded as a player until he was a senior, and then made a couple of junior college stops and seems to fit right in here at D1.
Well, we mentioned the guy sitting in the stands there, Fegley. He wasn't regarded until he was a high school senior, and then it was for baseball.
Right.
So things can happen.
Dan Adams makes an appearance tonight. He hasn't played in the last 2 games.
Well, and that's just about everyone except for Ray Brown now has made an appearance as Coach Les tries to find that combination.
Franklin makes them all. 3 for 3, and Bradley's back within 7 with 1:04 left. Eli pull-up jumper off the glass, no good. Stahlberg over the back, but he didn't touch anybody, so he got away with it. New shot clock for the Aces. Anslinger, long 3, no good. Lawrence Wright stretches for the rebound. Franklin out of control. Whoa. Good idea, and then he got down low, and when he started it looked like a good idea, and then he got out of control.
Right.
Turned it over.
Got to the baseline, saw that everything was shut off. That's only 3 turnovers for Bradley in this half, and they're down 7. Go figure.
Bring Adams out, put Heemskirk back in for defensive purposes on Webster now that the Aces have the ball. 37.7 to go here in the first half. That means that the Aces use the entire shot clock. Bradley would get it back for just 2.7 seconds.
Well, if they shoot at the shot clock, that will be it, because the rebound will take the extra second and a half. And it looks like the Braves are going to let them take the last shot.
Wright with the steal, ahead to Ruffin. Another dunk for Daniel Ruffin. And so much for running out the shot clock. Heemskirk now whistle for the foul at the buzzer, as both players went for the ball. And Jim West is livid as the Braves cut it to 5. Heemskirk gets whistled for the foul at the buzzer.
Cut it to 5 on a nice defensive switch that time. Lawrence Wright with the steal, and then the go-ahead to Daniel Ruffin, who likes dunking these days. That was a tough foul to call, but usually when a player hits the floor, there's going to be a foul call. Well, we saw that in the game we did a couple of weeks ago when Daniel Ruffin almost got the, no, I'm sorry. It was a Creighton game. Right. It was a Creighton game on Valley Network.
Which I thought was a questionable call, too.
Right.
A little gift for the Aces as they go to the locker room, and they lead at 37-30. Bradley finished on a 19-9 run in the last 8 minutes of the first half after trailing by 17.
And we haven't seen the official stats yet, but I'm sure they have now gotten the rebounding edge, and that's what it took. The more effort on the boards, more second chances, and taking care of business where they really should take care of business, where they have the advantage lead.
They don't have the edge, but it's very close now. 19-15, Evansville with the edge in rebounding, but they've gotten close anyway.
Right, it was blowout city early.
37-30, our halftime score. Bradley trailing on the road by 7.
I suffer from back, hip, and knee pain caused by a shorter leg that I've had all my life. Once I bought my Z-Coil shoes, I became pain-free, and I love my Z-Coil shoes.
She's talking about Z-Coil Pain Relief Footwear. Z-Coil's patented active spring coil suspension absorbs up to 50% of the impact on the spine, relieving back, hip, knee, and foot pain, and providing cushion support for active people on the go. They're the only shoes you'll ever want to own. Z-Coils are available exclusively at Z-Shoes on War Memorial across from Bob Evans.
It's a whole lot of cool. The all-new 2006 HHR available at Bob Grimm Chevrolet in Morton. Utility function and car gas mileage for $15,990. Chevrolet and American Revolution.
One game, 2 teams, 1 year of bragging rights. It's the war on I-74. Illinois State and Bradley, Wednesday night. Join your News 25 sports team with pregame at 7 p.m. and tip-off at 7:30. And you don't want to miss the post-game wrap-up. Bradley Braves, Illinois State Redbirds. 1 game, 1 winner. Don't miss the war on I-74 here on WEEK, your home team. The Biggest Loser family finale, Thursday morning at 1:05 a.m. WEEK's exclusive coverage of Bradley basketball is brought to you in part by Heritage Bank, locally owned and managed since 1920. By Ford and your local Ford dealers. By Casey's General Stores, a convenience store and a whole lot more. By The Mattress Doctor, delivering dreams to you. By Menards, save big money at Menards. And by the Better Banks, better service, better bank.
When it's winter, there's nothing like a nice hot clearance sale to warm you up.
It's time to take advantage of the unseasonably hot savings at Furniture Row's Winter Clearance Sale. We've taken huge markdowns in every store to clear out excess and discontinued merchandise and one-of-a-kinds. And these extra discounts are on top of our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. We're also offering no payments and no interest for 1 year. Furniture Row Shopping Center, centered around you. Hurry in, our winter clearance sale ends soon.
At Safe Auto, low monthly payments put car insurance within reach.
She lives paycheck to paycheck and can't pay all at once. So I told her the 3 magic words. Low monthly payments.
Minimum coverage you need, payments that fit your lifestyle.
He doesn't have a lot of savings that he can draw from, but with Safe Auto's low monthly payments, it's no problem.
Do you need affordable minimum coverage? then you need Safe Auto.
1-800-SAVE-AUTO. Safe Auto.
News 25 Sports on the WEEK.com Daily Podcast.
At Bradley University, you have the opportunity to be taught by a professor who just happens to be the Poet Laureate of Illinois and the author of 6 poetry collections, the creator of a PBS educational learning series for children, a consultant for a Fortune 500 company and author of books on leadership, a talented international printmaker whose works have appeared in over 150 exhibitions, or an engineer who holds 3 U.S. patents in fluid mechanics. At Bradley University, learn from the very best.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight,
back at Roberts Stadium in Evansville, Indiana, Lee Hall, Joe D'Alfonso, 37-30, our halftime score, Joe. Evansville with the lead, but Bradley shaved 10 points off of that lead because Evansville was up at one point, 28-11.
Right, they made a nice run. They had the different defensive pressure put on. They got some run-outs, alley-oop dunk, another dunk by Daniel Ruffin, some good defensive play, and that's where it had to start. But even with all that good defensive play, it only shut down the Aces to just 54% shooting from the floor and 50% from three-point range. They've made 6 of 12, and those numbers are way out of whack.
It's going in the right direction, though, because early in the half, they were, 68%?
Right.
I mean, they were shooting lights out early, and Bradley has picked it up a little bit defensively to get back in there.
Right, and they've stayed out of foul trouble. No one has, only Zach Andrews has 3, but they've gone to the line. They've made 9 out of 9. They've clawed their way back into it, but again, it's the start and it's the defensive end that was lacking the effort in the first half.
Patrick O'Brien hasn't had many touches and did get one good look at it, and this was an excellent play. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar like here.
Right, one dribble, a power dribble, and then the soft hook gets in there over everybody. And here's the defensive play, the block by Wright, and then he gets the run out, and Bradley scores. So, I mean, there's certain plays like that, and you could see the confidence bringing back after it was 17 down. We get into single digits, and then a nice defensive play at the end of the first half. The Heemskirk foul was unfortunate, but 7 points is nothing with 20 minutes to go.
You're going to have to do something about Webster getting the ball on. If he catches in the paint, it's over.
Right. Yeah. He's 3 out of 5 from the floor, but he's 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, and we talked about he lives there. And if you get him that many shots, that many touches, he's going to do a lot of damage.
All right, let's take a look at one more highlight from this first half. There it is.
That was the last defensive sequence of the first half. Lawrence Knight with the steal, Dana Ruffin with the dunk. The Evansville Aces had 11 turnovers in the first half, and they still got a 7-point lead.
They lead it by 7. Evansville got a couple of free throws after the buzzer sounded, and they lead it here by 7, but the Braves doing better and hopefully will dig themselves out of the hole they have found themselves in here in Evansville. We'll be back with more from Roberts Stadium in just a minute.
Come and meet those dancing feet. We're taking you to the Tony Award-winning blockbuster, the Associated Press hails Tap Dance Heaven, 42nd Street. Now you can discover why this lullaby of Broadway is a theatrical wonder the New York Post calls pure exhilaration. Live on stage, 42nd Street.
Coming to the Peoria Civic Center March 1st and 2nd.
Hello.
Sis, I want to get engaged.
At 2 a.m.
First, I need to get a diamond. What should I get her? Come on, you know everything.
Get her an AGS Triple Ideal Cut Hearts and Arrows diamond. It's the best.
What?
It's the most perfectly cut diamond in the world. When you look in the special scope, you'll see hearts and arrows. Hello?
Thanks, sis. The hearts and arrows did it.
K Jewelry, Mont Holly Court off of Knoxville in Peoria.
We're the doctors with Zinzer and Bruns Chiropractic Clinic. Email us your questions at week.com's experts online.
One game, 2 teams, 1 year of bragging rights. It's the war on I-74. Illinois State and Bradley, Wednesday night. Join your News 25 sports team with pregame at 7 p.m. and tip-off at 7:30. And you don't want to miss the post-game wrap-up. Bradley Braves, Illinois State Redbirds. 1 game, 1 winner. Don't miss the war on I-74 here on WEEK, your home team. News 25 Sports on the WEEK.com daily podcast. Where were you
when he hit the three? Where were you when the crowd went wild? Where were you when he slammed, jammed, dunked? Where were you when... Yeah, where were you? This year, don't miss the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament, March 2nd through 5th at Savas Center. Get your tickets now.
The Extreme team rocking the house here at Roberts Stadium. They were in Peoria not too long ago.
Oh, they do a nice job. They get their place going.
Ken Cavanaugh, Bradley, Director of Athletics, is with us. And one thing we want to talk about, get to quickly, is the Bracket Buster. It's coming up right around the corner, and we're getting a better idea of who Bradley might play.
Well, basically, we'll know by the end of today who we're in the list with. We basically have, unfortunately for us, the RPIs for the teams that are playing at home aren't the way you'd hope for, because most of the better teams seem to be on the home side. We're ranked 10th right now of the home teams for television. If we were on the road side, we'd be 4th. And with the Valley being so strong this year, you've got UNI, Southern, Wichita, Creighton certainly in the mix. So we'll find out tomorrow, but we've got a number of possibilities, including being on ESPN2 or ESPNU.
Tell me, let's talk about some of those, throw out some of those names of who we might see.
Well, we're looking at probably Samford or Tennessee Tech from the Ohio Valley Conference. You got Buffalo, Northern Illinois from the MAC, Marist from the Metro Atlantic, Northwestern State, who've really done well against some big teams and almost beat Wichita in Wichita. So those are probably the teams. It looks like Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and Missouri State are going to be paired, and Northern Iowa and Bucknell seem to be paired. But everybody else is kind of up for the next night's game to be factored in, because teams, as you know, are jumping in front of each other on a daily basis.
Is this the kind of thing that's helped the Valley improve its RPI through the years, and has that helped the Valley over the years to get to where they are right now?
Almost definitely. When we first started, Doug Elgin deserves tremendous credit for being basically one of the leaders with this. Not only the coverage we've gotten, but the bounce we've gotten from the league when we went 4-0 in the first year. Now, everybody in the league's involved. We've got 100 teams. It started off, I believe, with 24 teams. And, you know, it's good. People around the country starting to understand our teams in the last few years when we've gotten multiple bids. And now, certainly, we not only expect multiple bids, we're hoping to get more than 3 that we got last year and get 4 or 5. And if we can all win together on Bracket Buster Saturday, it's certainly going to continue to help the league strength.
We've got Illinois State Bradley Wednesday night at Carver Arena. We want to talk about a bus trip to the game down there coming up on the 11th.
Well, first, you're almost a sellout for Wednesday, so hopefully fans will get their tickets on Monday or Tuesday. We're over 10,000. But yes, we have the bus trip on the 11th to ISU, and then on the 22nd to Northern Iowa for a big game, hopefully against the Panthers.
The Bradley fans, we see them here tonight. They travel as well as anybody in the conference.
Oh, it's
always
great.
Have.
It has, and again, we're hoping that when we get to St. Louis for the Thursday through Sunday event, that we'll already have 350 all-session passes. That we'll have a great group of Red there on the Bradley Red.
All right, there you see some of the folks. Some of them came with the team on the charter. Some of them we were talking to drove over today, and you got to love that. You can't beat Bradley basketball.
No, our fans are super, and again, hopefully we'll continue to play we did toward the end of the first half and give them something to smile with at the end of the game.
Right, Bradley back within 7 here at the half. We'll take a close-up look at some of those first half numbers when we come back to Evansville right after this.
I'm Jenny Lee. It may be pretty pricey to build parking at the new Regional Museum and Caterpillar Visitor Center in downtown Peoria. Designs for Museum Square on the old Sears block were revealed earlier this month. The plans call for the underground parking, which officials say may increase the cost $3 million. Museum officials plan to propose a tax increment financing to pay for the parking construction. The Peoria City Council will hear that pitch to see the design at a meeting on February 7th. Museum supporters hope to get financing from all forms of government and private pledges to pay for the $65 million facility. Now here's Jeff with a look at the weather.
A soggy Saturday here across central Illinois. Much of the area picking up a half an inch of rain or more. It looks like the rain's going to stick around at least until Sunday morning with a high of 47 on Sunday, staying well above average all the way into the start of February. More in your forecast on Nightside.
This has been a News 25 update.
When it's winter, there's nothing like a nice hot clearance sale to warm you up.
It's time to take advantage of the unseasonably hot savings at Furniture Row's Winter Clearance Sale. We've taken huge markdowns in every store to clear out excess and discontinued merchandise and one-of-a-kinds. And these extra discounts are on top of our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. We're also offering no payments and no interest for 1 year. Furniture Row Shopping Center, centered around you. Hurry in, our winter clearance sale ends soon.
Rev up your lifestyle in a Dodge Charger or Dodge Magnum. Get an available fuel-efficient 3.5-liter V6 or the legendary power of a Hemi V8. Plus all-speed traction control and a 5-star government frontal crash test rating. Right now our stock is up, so for the first time ever, get $1,000 overstock bonus cash on Dodge Magnum and Charger. Open up a Magnum or unleash a Charger now at your Dodge dealer.
Here at Safe Auto, we provide immediate coverage every day and every night.
Now, he works second shift, so the only time he can call us is after work, around midnight. But since we're here 24/7, it's not a problem.
No matter what time it is, we'll help you stay legal for less.
She's a working mom. She can only call after the kids are asleep when other companies are closed.
Do you need affordable minimum coverage? We're ready when you are.
1-800-SAVE-AUTO. Save Auto.
Looking for advice about post-mastectomy consulting? You can email your question to Trina and Jean Alcaraz at Jeans Limited, WEEK.com's expert online. The Biggest Loser family finale, Thursday morning at 1:05 a.m.
Jumpstart your career with an MBA from Bradley University's Foster College of Business Administration. All classes are held in the evening and geared toward people who work full-time. And you'll learn from published professors who actively consult with companies, giving them hands-on experience with contemporary business issues. Classes are held in 7-week terms, so you can get your MBA in about 2 years. Gain valuable interpersonal skills and learn from dedicated professors in a program that's fully accredited at the highest level. Classes still available. Enroll now for the spring semester.
Back at Roberts Stadium in Evansville, Bradley trailing 37-30 here in the half. We're joined by Bradley head coach Jim Less. Slow start for your team, but the defensive effort was there as the half wore on.
Well, the defense picked up like it needed to be to the start of the game. I just thought we got hurt inside. Too many easy touches inside, which put a lot of our big guys in foul trouble. We're trying to defend after they catch. We got to defend before they catch, make it a little tougher, and do a little better job on the board.
Yeah, once Webster catches down low, it's over, isn't it?
Right.
Tell me about offensively. It looks like your team was struggling a little bit to get in.
Too many quick shots early, and we got back to being a little more patient the second half of the first half, and I thought that helped us. We got to continue that same philosophy.
All right, go get them. All right, Jim Less, Bradley head coach. Joe, back over to you.
Exactly right. Webster hurt us on the inside, 3 of 5 from the floor, 5 of 6 from the line, and then Jason Halsinger hurt us on the outside, 4 of 7 for 3. Ruffin also had 7 points. Marcella Somerville, who did not get a rebound, had 5. Those are the top 3 scorers for Bradley. Evansville, as we mentioned, led by Halsinger with 12 points. Matt Webster gathered his from 11 from both places, from free throw line in the field. And Kyle Anslinger, 2 of 3 from three-point range. He had 10 points. He was the only other player in double figures.
Well, one thing Steve Murfield talked about before the game was getting other people involved besides Matt Webster, and they've done that tonight with Anslinger and Holsinger.
Right, and those are the only 2 outside threats they have. Everyone else is shooting like 25% as a unit. If those 2 guys can fill it up and combine, they're 6 of 10 from the field. So he's got what he wanted.
And Jim Less talking about just what we talked about during the first half. Can't let Webster catch, or any of the other big guys catch in the lane down where they were catching, and better shot selection for his team.
Absolutely. Makes us sound like we know what we're talking about. But he's right, you can't defend Webster after he's got the ball. It's got to be before that, and there's got to be a scheme to do that before. Either you put pressure on the passer or you double team him once he catches it.
Bradley's never led. They are leading the points off turnover race, 18-3 points off turnovers in favor of Bradley.
Well, Bradley's only had 3 turnovers in the entire first half. The Aces had 11. That was the one good statistic. Got out-rebounded, got outshot.
Aces inbounds right in front of us here at center court at Roberts Stadium. 37-30. Braves trailed by as many as 17 in the first half. They are back within 7 here to open the second stanza. Eli's shot's no good.
Lot of time. Braves are going to walk it across the midcourt line and set something up and get a good shot. Didn't do enough of that in the first half.
Twy, Ruffin, Bennett, Andrews, and Somerville, the starters, in for Bradley to open the second half. Andrews for three. Are you kidding me? His first three-point attempt of the year is good.
That was not in the scouting report for Steve Murfeld. He's just shaking his head.
They'll let him shoot that all night, unless he keeps shooting it like that. Andrews with his first bucket of the night is a three. And Bradley's within four. Holsinger. Well, the Aces a little chilly to start the second half. Just their first two shots.
Didn't get the bounce there.
Ruffin thought about the three. Doesn't want to give it to Andrews back out there because he's afraid he'll shoot it again. Twy almost picked clean.
Yeah.
And almost fouled.
Right, here's the replay of the three, I think, coming up here. And Andrews, well, if no one's going to guard me, I'll shoot one and see if I'll draw you out.
Well, and he was shooting those today at the shoot-around and was not anywhere near the bucket when he was shooting them.
No.
He wasn't near, and neither was the ball after he shot it, is the way I meant to say. Rays back within four. Bennett, strong drive, blocked. He hit the deck, no whistle. Jim Les wanted the foul call and didn't get it. Shy Eli with it. His sister led Tennessee in scoring the last two seasons. She's now in the WNBA. Foul on Tony Bennett down low.
And he earned it.
Webster posted him up.
He moved Webster with one arm and just hooked him and got him out of where he wanted to go. Little guy with a big guy.
First foul of the second half. And Andrews comes up with the steal. Here he comes in transition. And that's why you don't want your big man handling the ball.
You don't want him shooting threes. You don't want him handling the ball. Just rebound, Zach. Just deny the pass like you did. Get it to a guard.
But don't throw it back across the center line after you've crossed half court, right?
One more thing.
One more thing.
Right, yeah.
We've seen that tonight. 4-point game. 2 minutes gone here in the second half.
Bradley's had 3 stops in a row defensively this half.
Much better defensive effort by the Braves. Around a screen. Holsinger didn't get the bounce that time either.
And one and done.
And Ruffin got caught in a screen that time, but got away with a little floater. Ruffin, he's made those this year, but not that time. Eli for three. Just his fourth three-point make of the year.
Well, misassignment there. He was wide open for a long time.
J.J. Twy puts it on the floor and scores.
Nice play by Twy. That's twice tonight he has taken to the basket with authority. Get a layup off a made three like that, you're running a break pretty effectively.
Holsinger. He's got 14. (42-35). Aces back up by 7. Andrews steps under, doesn't get the roll, but he'll go to the line.
Foul on Webster.
That's his second. We'll send Zach Andrews to the line, but that's not that bad a deal for the Aces. Zach's only 45% at the stripe this year.
Right, but that's a matchup Bradley really has to exploit. Webster's a good player. I think he's going to get some all-conference honors this year, something down the line. But when you talk about a series of guys like Somerville and Andrews and Wright and O'Brien, he can't guard all those guys. Bradley has really 4 effective post guys to the Aces 1. And Andrews is too close. He was more effective on the 3.
And air ball and a swish. Go figure.
Still hasn't hit the rim.
O'Brien. From anywhere. From 3 or the free throw line. Patrick O'Brien back in. He checks in with 2 personals.
I think things are going to get a little duller now with Zach on the bench. All we did was call his name for 4 minutes.
No, more predictable maybe. Ruffin hawking the inbounds play. Inbounds pass. Holsinger brings it across. He's just a freshman. look back door. Now Webster looks to screen for Holsinger. O'Brien got a hand on it. Shot clock at 15. Braves double team. Webster muscles up on Somerville, but doesn't get a call and turns it over.
A good double team, but then the help left.
Ruffin gives inside to Somerville for an easy one.
What the Aces are doing in the first half.
Just a 4-point game.
A lot of time left.
Eli again for 3. 3 for 22 from three-point range coming in, remember.
Right. Got 2 this half?
Yep. Almost as many as he's made all year. O'Brien goes to work. Fouled before the shot.
But it's on Webster.
That's not a bad thing. Well, and if you saw the continuation that Will Franklin got at Creighton, that should have counted, but it doesn't.
Exactly,
Okay?
right.
15:40 to go. 45-38 Aces.
Stop on in, you got what you need. Stop on in, you're on the run.
Casey's General Store has your gas, your drinks, and homemade food. Everything it takes to get it done. Right now, pick up a Casey's large pepperoni pizza with 50% more pepperoni for only $9.99.
Your convenience store and a whole lot more. Yeah, there's so much more. Stop on in to Casey's General Store.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
At Menards, we're dedicated to quality products at low prices. Right now, choose from our wide selection of ceramic, porcelain, and natural stone tile, all on sale, 17% off. And for a perfect tile job, use quality Tech mortar and adhesives. Superflex thin set mortar creates an outstanding bond. Just add water, only $29.85 a bag. The widest selection of the best products, lowest prices, Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Providing EMS in Mercer County is AMT Bike Medic.
Lee Alto D'Alfonso back in Evansville. Aces lead Bradley 45-38.
We're going to see a nice play right here by Patrick O'Brien. That was after a loose ball, getting the ball to Daniel Ruffin up court. And Ruffin, who leads the Missouri Valley Conference in assists, surveys the situation, uses the screen, gets downstairs to Marcellus Somerville, who seals off. And that's how you average 5-point-something assists per game and lead the league.
5.3. Twy lobs to O'Brien on the inbounds as the Braves try to cut into a 7-point deficit here.
Webster's out of the game.
He's got 3 personal fouls. So does Zach Andrews. O'Brien missed that one. Somerville the rebound, and he'll go to the line. Nice follow by the senior. And he barks at the bench. Fires up his team.
O'Brien had Strickland pinned from the start of the play and called for the ball. Here's the finish of the play. Marcellus rebounding and putting it back in strong. But O'Brien, that play was set up by O'Brien. He had sealed off Strickland from the get-go and got a nice shot. But the 6-inch shot didn't go down.
Somerville, 22nd on Bradley's all-time scoring list. Right now, he's at 1,245. O'Brien follows up, and he's fouled. That one's on Strickland.
You know, there's a case right there, Lee, that, you know, if you had your druthers, and that's 4, that's right. If you had your druthers, if you're Bradley, you do not want the game called close, especially on the road. Bradley has the biggest, most physical front line in the Missouri Valley Conference, and the last thing you want is a closely called game. Right there was a great example of Patrick from the 2 spot going over the top, getting the offensive board off the missed free throw, and now getting 2 free throws himself. if this game is called close, that's his third foul.
Petty replaces Strickland, who has to sit with 4 personals. Webster has 3. And Patrick is perfect at the line tonight. 4 of 4. He's got 6 points. And Bradley's back to within 3.
Bradley's only missed 2 from the line.
15-13 to play.
Ball game on. 3-point game, 1 possession, a lot of time.
We need to keep track of him now. And him. Anslinger. Off the mark. Pfeiffer the rebound. New shot clock for the Aces. O'Brien, nice overplay and forces the turnover. Boy, this Patrick should just clean up against this lineup. Unless he shoots a fall away.
Right.
Had a good shot selection that time by the big fella. Braves still down 3.
If you pass it out of the double team, chances are you're going to get it right back.
Bennett comes up with the steal. Ruffin, and a charge. That's why the point guard is supposed to stop at the free throw line. At least that's what Coach Stonebach taught us at St. Bernard's.
Absolutely. Jump stop, deliver the ball, and stay out of the way. Don't get your momentum. Don't leave your feet.
And you know, and I know that Daniel knows better than that.
That's right. Hey, the first 6 minutes are gone. Most important 6 minutes of the second half right here. And Bradley has closed the gap. Playing with a little jump in their step.
Outscored him 12-8 here to open the half. Franklin in there now along with Lawrence Wright, O'Brien, Somerville, and Tony Bennett. Franklin got a hand on it. Here's Holsinger off the mark. I don't think he's made a shot in the second half. Maybe he made 1. Bennett wants a 3. Good rotation, but miss. Bradley will get another try at it now.
Reload.
Right. Tough shot. Goes in.
That's the role he didn't get in the first half, but boy, he's having a good game off the bench.
9 points for Wright. He cuts it to a 1-point game with 13:33 left. Petty. He is so skinny, he gets wide open. Everybody forgets about it.
Patrick still almost got it.
Charge. Lawrence Wright, so good 1 minute and just...
I've always said he's like Sammy Sosa when he was with the Cubs. You got to take the good with the bad. I mean, you got to take the home runs with the strikeouts.
Yep. That was a third strike looking.
Yes, but he gets a lot of rebounds, and I've never seen a player get too many rebounds.
O'Brien steps right in front of the pass. 15 turnovers. The Aces self-destructing a bit here with the 2 of their best players on the bench in foul trouble. Bradley needs to sense that and take control here. O'Brien, count it, it'll go to the line. And again, I said it, against this lineup, he should make hay while the sun's shining.
Absolutely. He got the ball there between 2 guys. They could do nothing but foul him. He didn't put the ball on the floor. He went strong to the hole, banked it in. Nice touch. There's the end of the play right there. But the correction, the execution was perfect.
Yep. Steve Murfeld has no choice. You've got to get Webster in there because the second string can't handle the 7-footer. NBA scouts from the Cavaliers, the Heat, Jazz, 76ers here tonight, and this is the guy they want to see right here. He can tie the game with a free throw. Bounced it no good. His first miss of the night.
Yeah, he still is not led.
We've had 2 ties at 3-3 and 5-5. Webster calling for it, guarded by Somerville. Here's the double. On a foul on O'Brien. Foul on O'Brien, his third.
Next time he came over to help when Somerville had Webster. Somerville was doing a good job, and then when the ball came in on the lob, Patrick had a chance to get over there, and it wasn't much of a foul.
Not much, but enough, according to the men in black and white. Heemskirk will check in. So that's a wash now because O'Brien and Strickland, the two centers, are on the bench in foul trouble. Strickland has 4. O'Brien just 3. Webster nowhere to go. 3 seconds. Gotta be. Gotta be.
Yeah. Unless he shoots it. If he ends up shooting it, it is no 3-second call.
$12:27 left. Bradley can take their first lead of the night here. Somerville trying to post up. And he's fouled. No shot before the shot. Fouls on Stallbergs.
And that's 6 fouls on the Aces. Bradley will be in a 1-and-1 on the next one. A lot of time left. There's a lot of players in the front court that cannot handle the Bradley front line. Now this ball's out of bounds. Everybody's looking at the scoreboard, but the foul was put up there quickly. Now there's 6.
Somerville for 3. It's good!
New leader.
Marcellus Somerville gives Bradley its first lead of the night.
All the way back from 17 down.
Now, what was the game Bradley led when Coach Stoll was coaching, Joe? They were giving him a hard time about that last night. They were up, what, 27-0?
28-0 over New Mexico State, right.
Well, almost as impressive a comeback here. Now the Braves need to finish. 11:51 to play. Bradley up 2.
Stop on in, we got what you need. Stop on in, you're on the run.
Casey's General Store has your gas, your drinks, and homemade food. Everything it takes to get it done. Right now, pick up a Casey's large pepperoni pizza with 50% more pepperoni for only $9.99.
Your convenience store and a whole lot more. Yeah, there's so much more. Stop on in to Casey's General Store.
Our showroom has a lot of good ideas, a lot of islands.
Maryland trends, Maryland looks, Maryland ideas. There's a great idea showroom in Peoria and Bloomington, so get there.
It's easy to say yes to Toyotas for less. Sports Toyota Pecos, just off I-474 at Route 29.
We're watching over the River City. Quick to UFS for special offers, power buys, and timely savings. UFS fighting high prices in the River City.
Life, the precious light which brightens our world. We share it with others and bask in its glow. We soak up its warmth and celebrate its spirit. Life. At times we forget how fragile it really is, how delicate the flame burns. When childhood cancer threatens a promising life, the light flickers and fades, and sometimes darkness prevails. At the St. Jude Midwest Affiliate, the children are struggling against the shadows. St. Jude Midwest Affiliate in Peoria, where hope burns bright.
Thank you, Central Illinois, for helping the children of St. Jude.
Welcome back to Roberts Stadium. Bradley on an 11-2 run since the 15:53 mark. Their senior leading them right here, Joe.
Here's the shot that put him ahead for the first time tonight. Marcellus' second 3. There's a shot from below the basket. He's made 2 of them. He made his first shot from 3 tonight. They give the Bradley a quick, or tie rather, at 3, and now there's their first lead.
He's 1 point away from moving into 21st place on Bradley's all-time scoring list, passing Curtis Stuckey. Here's Webster. Kirk whistled for the foul. I don't know. What did he do?
He bumped him on the turn.
He was playing defense.
The thing is, Webster has so many moves. He goes back and forth, and if he turns into you, he's going to draw contact. He does not lead the league in free throw attempts for nothing. Curtis Stuckey, by the way, played only 2 years at Bradley, so give him some props for
you bet.
21st place.
Webster throws up a prayer, and it's not answered. Heemskirk can't control the rebound. It's Evansville ball.
Nice effort. But Brandon should have had that rebound.
Will Franklin picks up that personal. That's his first.
Everyone's going to be shooting free throws now for the rest of the game.
Scoreboard has Heemskirk with 3 personals. I've got him for 2, and Mike, our statistician, has him for 2. The book has him for 3. Anslinger. .76% free thrower. He had a career high 18 here against Bradley last season. His first points of the second half. And we're tied at 49. There's my old partner, he filled in for Coach Stoll, who filled in for Dave Snell when he got sick in Omaha a couple weeks ago. Little zone this time. Right, bumped, and tipped in by Somerville. Very close to goaltending, but now he is 21st on the all-time scoring list at Bradley, trailing Luke Jackson by 3. Moving to the top 20. Eli over Heemskirk, air ball. Yeah. You feel the momentum shift, don't you, Joe?
Oh, absolutely. The shooting percentages are absolutely reversed. He's over 50%. The Aces are hovering around 38.
Long 3. It's good!
That shot had the best rotation of any shot he had tonight, and that's going to force a timeout for Evansville.
Steve Murfeld calls a 30, and that's the first called timeout of the second half, so we'll go to break. 10:42 left. Bradley built a 5-point lead.
I think most people need a financial advisor today because of the pace of our society. We're so busy in our own lives, in our own jobs, in our own professions that we're very good at, that many times we can't be very good at being professional and managing our money.
Reduce high energy bills with products from Menards. Cut energy costs with Daylight compact fluorescent light bulbs from Fight Electric. They release natural light that enhances colors. A 13-watt is $2.97. A 23-watt only $3.97. Decorate any room with wallpaper and borders from Blonder. Choose from a wide selection of patterns including children's, Americana, and Wilderness, all 30% off. Service, quality, selection. Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Monster trucks have made some big changes in the past 20 years. But one thing hasn't changed. The price. Kid seats are still just $8. 21 with Safe Auto and Hardee's present Monster Tag. Brought to you by series sponsor Advanced Auto Parts and Ford Trucks. See local legend Tom Mentz in Maximum Destruction and more. February 3rd and 4th, Peoria Civic Center.
I'm Ella Maxwell from Hare Nursery. Email me your questions on lawn care and gardening to week.com's experts online.
I'm proud to be a nurse at Methodist, a top 100 cardiovascular hospital.
Back at Roberts Stadium, Marcellus Somerville heating it up. He's hit 2 threes here in the second half and giving Bradley a 5-point lead.
Yeah, the elevation on that shot, you see the legs together, the lift, and then the rotation was perfect. He could have made that one from 3 feet further back. Bradley 60% shooting in this half, 9 for 15. Got the team percentage for the game up to about 38-39, and Evansville going the wrong way. 4 of 12 this half, 33%, 48 for the game.
Braves up 5. Marcellus 5 of 5 here in the second stanza.
And he's made it from all different ways. Tip-ins, threes.
Holzinger for 3. Webster the rebound. And it's going to be on Heemskirk. The board has him for 3. I have him for 2. Now the board has him for 4 as O'Brien comes back in.
Right, they've announced that. And, and I don't see the Bradley SID, Bobby Parker, getting up to correct anybody on the scores table, so he must have 4. Filled in for O'Brien nicely as Bradley came from behind and now got a 5-point lead.
Webster 5 of 7 now at the line with just his second miss of the night.
Bradley on an 11-2 run.
Somerville feeling it. Not that time. Halfway through the second half, Braves by 5. Keep up that defensive intensity. Better job on Webster. Holsinger, not a good shot. Almost takes it away from O'Brien.
Good job on the double team and made Webster give it up and throw it into the corner for a shot. Toughest shot on the floor.
Just what they weren't doing in the first half.
Right. They were being a lot more patient. And Bradley wasn't double teaming as strong.
O'Brien wants it inside. Hangs, fires, and goes to the line. That's 4 on Webster.
Right. Good entry pass that time. O'Brien caught this with one hand, spinning to the basket, and Webster could do nothing but foul him.
I like Webster as a player. He's played some great games against Bradley, but he cannot handle Patrick one-on-one.
No, well, Patrick is smooth when he's fluid, when he's into the game and really posting up strong. There's very few players in this league that can handle him. And Bradley is in the part of the schedule right now where there's no one that's going to be able to handle him.
Free throw is good for Patrick.
You know, the Miller kid at Wichita State is one that should give him trouble. He's so big.
Bennett replaces Wright. According to Sports Illustrated SI.com, Patrick is the 9th ranked post prospect in college basketball. He's in double figures with 10. Bradley's lead is 56-49. Bradley with the edge from 3-point range.
Where the Aces are ice cold this half, 0 for 5.
Bradley 3 of 5. Webster thought about it, puts it on the floor. Now has nowhere to go. Good job by O'Brien shutting down the baseline.
He's everywhere.
Stahlbergs scores.
Banks it in. Somehow, some way.
From Liepāja, Latvia. (56-51) Bradley. Franklin kicks to Bennett. Now gives to Somerville. Marcellus Somerville with 19 on the night.
There's the patience we were talking about. Passed up a couple of shots, got the ball inside.
And now a turnover. Franklin comes up with it. Gives to Bennett, streaking down the lane. Couldn't finish. And rough and tipped, but couldn't finish either.
Best finisher on the club. Didn't get it done.
8:13 to play. Braves lead is 7. They trail by 17. A 24-point turnaround. Eli knew he had run out of real estate when he saw O'Brien. The miss, but Stahlbergs runs it down. Anslinger for 3. It's good.
Well, they got lucky on the rebound that time, and Anslinger knocked it home. And Jim Les wants to clean some things up, calling timeout for the Bradley bench.
Good timeout there as Evansville knocked in a 3 and cut it to 4. 7:49 left.
Well, Bradley's playing well. I mean, a missed layup there could have really had the lead to 9 points. That would have been the biggest lead of the night. Tony Bennett, who was the best finisher on the team, didn't get it done that time. And then the loose rebound here, a couple of Braves knocked into each other, and they got loose, and they got another shot. But overall, in the first 11 minutes of the half, Bradley was just dominant.
A great turnaround for the Braves. A great turnaround for the Braves here as they lead by 4 with 7:49 to play. Now, can they finish and snap that 14-game road losing streak in the Valley?
Well, the 2 games they've won on the road this year, at DePaul and at Southern Miss, they didn't have to finish. I mean, they were so far ahead, double digits, and just, played out the string. This one, they're going to have to earn a little bit. Looks like the Aces are going to hang.
7:49 left. Better patience this half by the Braves in the offensive sets. O'Brien, great pass. Bennett with the layup. Give the assist to the big fella.
Big guy to the little guy, but the little guy can finish underneath. He has an array of shots there. Good call out of the timeout.
Bennett with just his 4th points of the night. Petty will try a 3. And tipped out of there by Eli. Good hustle by Shy Eli.
He's had a good night.
Holsinger. Wright gathers in the miss. Morris Wright with 9 rebounds now.
He's looking at a double-double. Off the bench.
Bennett, 16-footer, no good. A little quick on the trigger that time. O'Brien very close to getting an over the back call there. Strickland goes around him and scores. First bucket of the night for Bradley Strickland, who has been in double figures 3 straight games.
You can tell that Patrick O'Brien is playing a little cautiously with the 3 fouls.
Brought it down and a jump ball call. It'll be Bradley Ball on the alternating possession. And that's one thing they are working on, Patrick, with. Don't bring the ball down to waist level, and that's what he did and got the jump ball.
Right, got his strip that time.
6:07 left, Braves up 4.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank, but you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
Spread your wings.
Explore new worlds.
Go wild.
Let your imagination soar at the Peoria Zoo at Glen Oak Park. It's a fun-filled adventure for the entire family.
Discover what's new at Peoria Zoo and join us as we grow for tomorrow. I'm Rita Kress.
And I'm Michael Bryant from Methodist, asking you to enjoy and support your Peoria Zoo.
Stop on in, we've got what you need. Stop on in, you're on the run.
Casey's General Store has your gas, your drinks, and homemade food. Everything it takes to get it done. Right now, pick up a Casey's large pepperoni pizza with 50% more pepperoni for only $9.99.
Your convenience store and a whole lot more. Yeah, there's so much more. Stop on in to Casey's General Store.
The Biggest Loser family finale, Thursday morning at 1:05 a.m.
Lee Hall and Joe D'Alfonso back in Evansville. 6:07 left. Braves lead it 60-56 over Evansville. Time now for the MVC Top 3, where we check out the Missouri Valley Conference record book for the best of the best. Tonight's category, career field goals attempted, led by Larry Bird out of French Lick, Indiana. Mitchell J.J. Anderson is second, followed by the immortal Hersey Hawkins in third. And here's a look at a big fella passing out of a double team and finding the open guy.
7-foot guy passing to a 6-foot guy. There's the result right there. 2 points.
Braves a 4-point lead in the ball here. Battled back from a 17-point first half deficit. They were down 28-11. Somerville, shot fake, free throw line, jumper is good. The senior is feeling it. He's got 21. And he's now in the top 20 in Bradley's all-time scoring list. He passes Luke Jackson and Curtis Stuckey tonight. 62-56 Braves.
First time he's been over 20 points in league play. First time since a 20-point effort against Delaware State.
Strickland. Miss. And a foul on the rebound will go against Blakey as Will Franklin chased down the rebound. Didn't he have like 3 20-point games in a row?
Right. That was the last of the 3. 23 at Butler, 22 against Western Kentucky, 20 against Delaware State, and that's his first 20-point game since. And we highlighted him on the Open because he had 2 really good games in Carver Arena, and we were hoping that we would just send that over to the road because he hadn't done that recently.
Will Franklin, the junior college transfer out of Houston, Texas. He went to Murray State College, not Murray State University in Murray, Kentucky, but Murray State College, a junior college in Oklahoma. Then went to Kilgore College, and here he is.
Here he is.
Makes both free throws.
5 of 5 from the free throw line tonight.
And Bradley has their biggest lead, 64-56. Bennett has the ball, but he's not going to get to keep it.
Well, he gets his hands on a lot of passes, a lot of deflections. Leads the team in that. Leads the team in steals. Has more steals and turnovers. One of 4 Valley players with that stat. We can't play long stretches of time without number 5.
Marcellus Somerville, 8 of 13 tonight. His last 3 games, Joey shooting 61% from the floor, 22 of 36. Great hustle by Tony Bennett. Is he all right?
What were we just talking about?
That guy right there.
Exactly.
Heart of a lion.
Shot clock at 11.
Under 5 minutes to play now. Braves up 8, looking to snap a 14-game road losing streak in the Valley. Strickland touched that last.
Bradley had great rebounding position that time. Still losing the rebounding war is amazingly 31-28. But on the scoreboard, 8-point lead, under 5. See how much time they take off the clock now.
I was going to say Ruffin's taking his time bringing it across. Skip pass to Bennett. Walked. He didn't think he did. That's just 8 turnovers on the Braves.
Right, not a lot. And the Aces are around 17 or 18.
Eli back in for Blakey. Well, that was one of the few things they did wrong against Missouri State. They had a lot of turnovers. Other than that, that was a very well-played game.
Right. Bears had a lot of offensive rebounds, but the Braves did win the rebounding war and the game. Trying to get one here on the ROAD.
Webster can't hang on to it. Somerville chases it. And it's Evansville ball with 18 on the shot clock. And this is there's been some publications and things written about Marcellus, Moody, this and that. He's playing with the heart of a Lion, the former Central Lion. Putting it on the line tonight. 21 points and diving for the ball in the corner with 4 minutes to play. Going to Webster. Here's the double. And he muscles through it, but walked first.
Webster is 0 for 2 from the field this half. Bradley has really clamped down on number 33. Done a great job.
Steve Murfeld begging for a call to go his way.
Well, one of the officials had his arm up, was going to call the foul, and got overruled.
Well,
and that's what happens when you're 1-9. I mean, right. You don't get breaks when you're 1-9.
Ruffin pulls up for 3.
So much for milking the clock.
Yep. Would like to have seen a little more clock run that time. Holsinger blocked by Wright, but it's goaltending. Holsinger scores, and didn't he?
Yep. And because the ball got loose, we're going to have an official time.
And they gave him 1 point. I want to see how that works. They gave him 1 point on the scoreboard. 3:39 left. Back after this.
If I could tell each woman, check your body. If you find anything that's abnormal about yourself, go and check it out. It can happen to you. It happened to me. There's no way that I thought that I would have breast cancer. And the more people talk like myself, I think the better it will be. Call Buddy Check. Get a buddy and talk to that buddy. It doesn't cost a thing, and all you have to do is call your buddy.
The Janssen Law Center represents many persons that are catastrophically injured. We will come to your home or to the hospital to visit with you concerning your claim. We accept representation in automobile accident claims, on-the-job work injury claims, products liability, and medical malpractice. Consult the Jansen Law Center concerning your rights.
Jay Jansen. One name says it all.
Let's turn back.
No, we've got to go this way.
Are you sure?
It's the only way. Come on, stay with me. Hurry up.
Dodge Durango. Available four-wheel drive means control, and available Hemi with MDS means power with four-cylinder fuel economy at cruising speed. So the only thing dramatic about winter driving,
Keep moving. It's right behind us.
is what's on the DVD. For the first time ever, get $1,000 overstock bonus cash and grab a Dodge Durango for under $29 grand.
Methodist, one of America's top 100 cardiovascular hospitals.
Back in Evansville, 3:39 left. Bradley up 64-58. Our Bradley player profile tonight, Daniel Ruffin, nicknamed Ruff and D. Ruff, averaged 34 minutes a game as a freshman. His brother is A.J. Guyton. His dad, Dan Ruffin Sr., the head coach at Central. Claims he can dunk the ball. It says here, I've seen it twice in the last two games.
Daniel Ruffin was a point guard on the first Bradley team I was SID for. I saw him for 2 years. Played with Roger Fegley and Bobby Humbles.
7 points, 7 assists for his son, and Patrick O'Brien scored.
Pretty good athletic play there. Didn't get the foul called and followed it up.
Patrick with 12. We approach the 3-minute mark. The Bradley lead is 8. Webster cuts it to 6.
His first basket of the second half.
Much better defense on him. 13 on the night for Webster. He averages 15. That's third in the Valley. Under 3 minutes now. Just keep playing, Bradley. Just keep playing. Eli the steal. I think you said it earlier, a lot of basketball left. Franklin gets a deflection. Mad at himself for turning it over at the other end.
Right.
And he's going to come out.
J.J. Twy will come back in. J.J. has started this game and may finish it.
.234 left, and the Braves hang on here. 14 straight on the Valley Road, 9 straight here in this building. Another deflection. Good defense by the Braves. Quick hands.
The Aces are using more of the shot clock, really, than Bradley is. Shot clock down to, if it starts, it'll be down to 15.
You get an extra second on the shot clock, but you only get one for a layup. They did rectify that on the scoreboard, by the way. Eli forces a 3. Well, that's...
No, if you're going to milk the shot clock, you don't want to end up with that shot.
Well, that's a benefit of him making 2 earlier, though. Right. Now he thinks he's going to make them all. Braves with a little weave action here with the 3 guards. We'll run a little clock this time. Minute 53. Into O'Brien. Jump hook. Bounces no good. Braves clinging to a 6-point lead. Webster and Somerville battling down low. Anslinger gets it back. Twy fell, and Anslinger makes him pay. 3-pointer cuts the lead to 3 with 1:28 left. Timeout, Evansville.
And now the officials are talking to Webster and Somerville, and this is good officiating. This is what I like to see. No double technicals, no double fouls. Just talk to them and say, okay, you guys are, experienced players. Let's clean it up. Well, here's your warning. That's it.
Full timeout for Steve Murfeld. So we'll go to break and be right back. 1:28 left. Bradley's lead cut to 3.
When it's winter, there's nothing like a nice hot clearance sale to warm you up.
It's time to take advantage of the unseasonably hot savings at Furniture Row's Winter Clearance Sale.
We've taken huge markdowns in every store to clear out excess and discontinued merchandise and one-of-a-kinds. And these extra discounts are on top of our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. We're also offering no payments and no interest for 1 year. Furniture Row Shopping Center, centered around you. Hurry in, our winter clearance sale ends soon.
People everywhere are experiencing a breakthrough. Fullness from a value menu.
No one's going anywhere until you tell me who's full. Me too.
New to the Big Bell Value Menu, the half-pound cheesy bean and rice burrito. Loaded with 3 cheeses, fiesta sauce, and a cheesy, zesty kick. Designed to keep your stomach and your wallet full.
Number 3, if I'm a new cheesy bean and rice burrito, you are?
Full.
Oh, my.
To get full-on value, think outside the bun.
9 o'clock here in the Heartland, 1:28 to play. Braves lead is 3. Marcellus Somerville and Matt Webster going at it down low.
It's a battle of a couple of guys who know their way around the lane in the Missouri Valley Conference. Still the 5th best conference in the nation RPI-wise. Bradley's in a little bit of a drought here. Hasn't scored since the 3:22 mark. We'll talk about 2 minutes. We have the ball here now. Might come down to free throws, where Bradley has done very well. 16 of 19 this game. And good free throw shooters on the floor now for Bradley.
Been 2 years and 3 days since Bradley won a road game in the Valley. January 25th, 2004, up the road at Indiana State. Got a chance here. Shot clock at 14. Somerville gives to O'Brien with 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3, Ruffin. Franklin with 1 on the shot clock. Air ball. O'Brien put it back in, but the shot clock went off. It was a violation. You couldn't hear it because of the crowd. But with 51.5 left, Evansville is within 3, and they call timeout.
Right. And the Aces are now down to 1 timeout. Bradley has 3 left, 51 seconds. And that was an offensive set that went well until there was about 10 seconds left. And what happened was Patrick O'Brien got caught with the ball way out on the outside and had to give it back to somebody. And Daniel Ruffin made the drive. Probably should have shot it himself. Get the ball up on the rim somewhere to have something happen. Because if you shoot it and miss it, you still got a chance to get it back. Ball went to the corner where Will Franklin inexplicably shot an air ball, and that goes back to the Aces' favor. But in the Braves' favor right now, they don't have to defend. They can defend the 3. They can give up a 2 and still have the lead.
16-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. 51.5 left. Bradley has 3 timeouts left. Evansville with 1. Both teams in the bonus. I thought they were going to come over here and want to look at that.
There's only 2 aces on the floor that really have to guard for 3-point shots. Mansinger and Hulsinger. So they can tie the score. The other guys can't. The other guys can get them within 1.
And then they don't necessarily have to have a 3. There's the game clock and the shot clock right there for you.
Don't leave an outside shooter.
Hulsinger for 3. It's high with 37.4 left. 2-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Jim West will call timeout. Timeout belongs to Bradley.
Well, credit the Aces. I mean, they got the ball in the hands of one of their 2 outside shooters, and he drilled it. I mean, he just came off a ball screen and went up fine. Daniel Ruffin couldn't get back in time for the defense. But they made him earn the shot. Bradley now can run out the clock. They don't have to shoot until the regulation is over.
1.4 seconds.
And if I'm Bradley, that's probably what I want to do. Now, Bradley has 2 timeouts left. I'd probably run the clock down to about 15 seconds or so, call another timeout, and then you run a play that you want to get, the last shot under, let's say, 4 seconds. Give yourself time for a tip in or a second shot. You don't want to shoot it at the gun. But they've got timeouts to play with. They got 2 left. They can hold the ball. Evansville is not going to take any chances here defensively with this possession.
2 timeouts left for Jim West and the Braves, 1 for Evansville. And we'll see how the Braves handle it here. Marcellus Somerville with 21 points tonight. Patrick O'Brien double figures with 12.
And 5 good free throw shooters on the court. So in case there is a slip up, there's a bump somewhere. If Bradley goes to the line, and have someone shooting knows what they're doing.
Both teams have shot it well at the line tonight. 16 for 19 for Bradley, 9 of 11 for Evansville. Ruffin will hold.
There could be nothing here except a timeout.
And you called it that time, Coach. 16.2 left.
Okay.
66-66.
That's calling it. That's playing it close to the vest.
Now each team with 1 timeout left.
And Bradley can use his timeout if they can't get the ball in bounds, of course. Evansville can use the timeout if Bradley scores or if there's a rebound. But Bradley really should take the last shot here. There shouldn't be any time left for the Aces to do anything except throw a length of the court pass or a shot. If I'm Bradley right now, I'm going to put the ball in Daniel Ruffin's hands, but I know Tony Bennett's got to touch it. And if it goes inside the O'Brien, you're kind of taking the chance that there's going to be a foul call, and you can't take that chance. That's not automatic on the road. Three-guard lineup. Franklin, Ruffin, Bennett, Somerville, and O'Brien are the big men.
Bradley faithful on their feet behind the Bradley bench. The clock winds down. Ruffin with it with 10. Now Bennett with 5. Turned it over. 2-1. At the buzzer. In and out.
It was waved off. It was waved off before the miss.
Well, and there Evansville got the rebound, or got the steal with 4 or 5 seconds left and could have called timeout.
Right, they could have. But things were going at a fast pace. It's hard to look up at the clock and see what happened. Ruffin had the ball. We got it to Tony Bennett. We got it to the guy who can get it to the rim, which he did. Evansville just cut off all lanes, and he tried to shovel it to O'Brien, and it just didn't work. There were too many people down there.
So we'll go to overtime. Bradley is 1-1 in OT. Here's another look at the final seconds of regulation.
And here comes it off the double stack. Here's Bennett coming up. He comes from the baseline, beats his man. Everyone holds, and now the baseline is cut off. He can't shoot it, and he can't pass it.
Well, there wasn't 4 seconds. There was only about 3 seconds left.
Right. Let's see. You call the official. The official waved it off before the miss.
Bradley is 1-1 in overtime. They beat Northern Iowa at home in OT, lost at Wichita in OT by 2. This is Evansville's first overtime game of the season.
And that was in consecutive games. The Braves played those two overtime games. Creighton has won tonight at home versus the Shockers. And Northern Iowa and Southern have also won. So that put the Big Four at all at 9-2.
Wichita won.
No, Creighton won. So they're okay.
They're 8-3.
So there's 2 teams at 9-2 and 2 teams at 8-3.
Northern Iowa, Southern Illinois 9-2. Wichita and Creighton both 8-3. Missouri State and Bradley stand at 5-5. Missouri State plays at Indiana State tomorrow afternoon. Evansville wins the tip in OT.
Bradley in the man-to-man. O'Brien with 3 fouls.
Somerville and Webster go at it. Webster has 4. What a battle down low. And they finally get Somerville for his fourth. Check that, his third. Third on Somerville. Ninth on the team,
Right.
so the next will be the double bonus. Webster goes to the line.
He missed his last one-on-one opportunity.
5 of 7 on the night. The junior from Sheridan, Indiana, with the make.
Lawrence Wright checking back in now for J.J. Twy. J.J.'s going to play a lot of defense in this overtime. He's going to try to get in there every time the Aces have the ball. The Braves will go with 5 scores, as much as they can on offense.
Braves trailed by 17, led by 8 with 3:22 left and couldn't hang on. Webster makes them both. He's got 15. Stahlberg checks in, replacing Webster. He's got 4 fouls, so Murfeld takes him out for defense. Somerville has 21. Steps into the lane. Tough shot and goes. And he'll go to the line.
Tough shot indeed, Lee. I mean, that's a yeoman. That's a 50-year senior right there.
23 for Somerville, and he'll go to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. And Murfeld goes offense for defense here, bringing Webster back in.
I mean, he was going from right to left as a right-handed shooter. Jump stop in the lane, had a duck, and up and under. Still got it to go.
24 for Marcellus. 69-68. 3-point play the hard way for the Braves. They go back up 1. Webster for 3. Airballed it.
It was short. No goaltend.
He's only a 21% 3-point shooter. Not a good shot selection that time by the junior.
I think you're tired of banging around inside.
Somerville goes right at him and scores. Wow. Marcellus with 26, 2 shy of a career high. 71-68 Braves with 3:35 left in overtime. Holsinger hit that big 3 to send it to the extra period. And Somerville whistled for the foul 30 feet from the basket. That's his 4th. Not a good foul that time.
No, the overplay. Bradley was overplaying the pass once the dribble got picked up. A bad foul. Not only bailed him out, but a chance to get within 1. The Aces do. Bradley's done a good job. They were in a foul fest in the early stages, or most of the Valley season. The last 2 games only total 25. And tonight, that is just the 14th free throw shot by the Aces on their home court. You can live with that.
Somerville stays in with his 4th foul. Webster at the line, looking to cut the lead to 1. He's got 17. Stahlberg's back in, replacing Webster.
Right. He's got to sit down on defense. Marcellus going to stay in now because Bradley has the ball, but we might see him leave on defense if Jim Les has a chance.
71-70. Somerville wants it. Pulls up for 3. Rimmed it out. 3 minutes left in overtime. Down the baseline. Eli blocked by O'Brien, followed by Pfeiffer.
They didn't call the block. I thought it was a goaltend.
Pfeiffer puts the Aces up 1. 2:45 left. Oh, my. That was a fortuitous bounce for the Braves off Somerville's hands to Bennett.
Well, There was a foul there that wasn't called.
O'Brien wants it. We haven't heard from him for a while. Jump hook is good. Crowd wanted a foul as Patrick
nothing but an acting job
put
there.
his elbow up a little bit. 73-72. This might just go down to the wire again. Whoever has the ball last might win this game. 15 on the shot clock. Stahlberg, bad shot by Stahlberg. Good shot if you're the Bradley Braves.
Can't settle for that when you're in the double bonus on fouls.
Minute 45 left. O'Brien catches. Oh, he fell. There's contact. The flop by Petty. O'Brien was tripped with the ball and no call.
Right. Which goes to show you our point earlier. You can't count on fouls down low in the tight situation late in the game on the road.
But if you're the offensive player and you get taken down,
right?
Come on.
Yeah, they just don't know. They didn't know what to call there. They let the body contact go, and they didn't let everything go. It happened earlier this game too.
Bradley a 1-point lead. Minute 33 to play in overtime. Holsinger gives to Webster. He's double teamed, passes out of it. Strickland looked back inside. Now it's Eli with a free throw line jumper. Bounced it no good, but followed it and tipped it in. Eli with 8.
Just trying to get a hand on it is all.
Braves down 1 with a minute left. Jim Les calls timeout. It's a 30 and it's a 30. 103 left in overtime. 74-73 Evansville.
At Subway restaurants, you can get any 3 regular foot-long subs for just $11.99. Just $11.99. All day, every day. Now that's eating well. Subway, eat fresh.
Customers always tell me that they like that the sale never ends at the store, that there's not pressure to decide by 5 o'clock tonight or by Friday. If you make a purchase on something and then you see it advertised on sale the next day or 2 weeks later, it's so frustrating. We're very cost efficient and we're able to give better prices to the customer so they can save more on their furniture. And plus they get a great selection. At our store, the sale never ends. It's on sale every day.
In the River City, Riddlers and Jokers are planning to overcharge you. Quick to UFS for special offers from Frigidaire, power buys from Shaw and Mohawk. UFS, fighting high prices in the River City.
Experience the promise of the Plus at Bank Plus.
If you choose MTCO for high-speed internet, get used to free email virus protection. Get used to free expert installation. MTCO Communications. Expect more.
MTCO Communications, your quality choice for paging service.
Shy Eli, not shy on the offensive glass. He gives Evansville the lead.
Sometimes when you're the shooter, you're the first one to know what's going to miss, and that first shot was long, and he went down the lane and got it.
Under a minute to go now in overtime. Braves trail it by 1. They led by 8 with 3:22 left and couldn't hang on. Ruffin to the glass. O'Brien to follow. Braves up 1 with 43 seconds left.
Great play. He was right there where he should have been.
8-second difference. Shot clock in game. Holsinger skipped to Eli. Now Webster, top of the key. The 3, no good, but Strickland follows and misses. O'Brien can't hang on to the rebound with 24.7 left. Oh, my goodness.
Well, he jumped too soon, Lee. He was up there right where he should have been, but he missed time to jump. The ball stayed up too long.
75-74. O'Brien with the follow dunk at one end. Just couldn't hang on. Well, to the rebound, and it'll be Evansville ball. No shot clock. 24 points left.
No shot clock. 24-7 left. And you see what kind of shots are going up for the Aces right now. Guys are taking threes that shouldn't take threes, and it's tough to really figure out what they might do in this situation. But if I were them, if I were the Aces, I would shoot fairly quick. And you don't want to go down and try to win this game in the last shot. If you miss, you got a chance to foul, you give yourself a second chance.
6 lead changes one time in overtime. My goodness.
And we're not done.
Nope. We might. 24.7 seconds left. The key is, can Evansville get a 1-point layup?
No. Yeah. We give them that.
They rectified that. They gave him 1 point earlier and then added the other. It's 24.7 left. Holzinger inbounds to Strickland and gets it back. Anslinger throws it up, in and back in. 18.3 left. Evansville up 1. Bradley's got a timeout, and Jim Less will use it with 15.6 seconds left.
Right. I thought that was a smart play by the Aces. Get a shot up there early. If it goes, you got the lead. You rely on your defense. If it doesn't go, you can foul and still get the ball back at some point. So they did what they really should have done. Bradley didn't get the roll that time, obviously. Watch this ball. 1, 2, 3 times around and in. But with 15.6 seconds left, Bradley has a lot of time. And they're now in the same situation. They can get a shot up very quick, or they can wait for under 10 and get a better shot and still have time to do things if things don't go right.
No timeouts for Bradley. 1 for the Aces. Bradley would be in the double bonus on a foul, but I don't expect a foul call here in the final 15.6.
Yeah, it'll have to be something intentional almost.
Comes down to this for Bradley.
Where's Kerry Burrell when you need him?
He hit a game winner down here. That was probably Bradley's last win here, wasn't it? Right baseline jumper is good with 9.2 left. Now the Braves have to defend. Almost a steal there. Somerville. Jump ball. Bradley ball on the possession arrow. Oh, boy.
Got inbound and no timeouts. Got to go right to it.
Awful lucky there wasn't a foul call there.
Well, could have been. That's right. But it was wide
Good aggressive
open.
play.
That's right. And it was a double team, and they were on the dribbler like they should have been.
Lawrence Wright bucket gives him 11. It gives Bradley a 1-point lead with 4.3 left. And the ball.
Kerry Burrell's basket was from the baseline as well.
Inbounds to Somerville. He'll try and run away. And he's fouled with 2.7 seconds left. He was reached at.
He was.
With 2.7 seconds left.
I thought he was going to run away from him.
Lawrence. He tried.
Right. A baseline. Does he have a double-double now? I know he's got 11 points.
11 points, 9 rebounds. Somerville, 3 of 4 at the line tonight. The senior from Peoria Central with 2 biggies here. Double bonus time, and he makes the first. 27 for Marcellus Somerville. If he makes this one, he would tie his career high of 28.
Bradley takes everybody off the line.
This would force Evansville to make a 3 with 2.7 left.
Well, they've got a timeout left, though.
Made it. 79-76 Bradley. And Steve Murfeld will call his final timeout. Rhett Wiersbe, Farmington coach Tom Wiersbe's son, on the staff at Evansville as they try to get off a schneid themselves, but they trail it now by 3. Bradley up 3 with 2.7 seconds left in overtime. Both teams out of timeout.
Well, if you watch enough college basketball, even the NBA, well, college really, because the Aces have to go to length of court. There's a couple of ways you can do this, but all you have to do is guard the 3. You can let them throw it inside the 3-point arc. Here's a shot by Wright as I'm talking about this. A little flat shot from the baseline. You can let them throw it too far. but you can't let him catch it and shoot it, a three-point range with a good look. Bradley 5 of 7 from the field in OT.
Evansville 3 of 8, and some of that shot selection right there.
Right. So I like to defeat the pass here. I like to put someone on the ball at all times, make the pass harder to make. Doesn't have to be a big guy. It has to be a long guy. And look at O'Brien's going to go down to the baseline. You just keep everyone else in front of you.
Webster can run the baseline. 2.7 left. Braves up 3.
That's okay.
Wright intercepts. Hallelujah! The Schneid is over. Bradley snaps a 2-year, 3-day, 14-game road losing streak in the Valley. They had to go to overtime to do it. But they get her done, as a famous man once said. 79-76, the final in overtime. The Heritage Bank player of the game is Marcellus Somerville. Heritage Bank, locally owned and managed since 1920. Marcellus ties a career high with 28. He made a couple of big free throws when it counted, but make no doubt about it and no question about it, the senior was there when his team needed him the most.
And he made an array of shots tonight, Lee. He had tip-ins, he had threes, he had the big shot in the lane, the double pumper. I mean, he was everywhere in a real good offensive flow. We saw from the first shot he took, the 3 from the wing was straight up, it was strong, and that was an indication of what we were going to see tonight.
Lawrence Wright made what proved to be the game winner from the baseline, and Marcellus Somerville ices it at the line. Again, he tied a career high with 28. Our next game, Wednesday night, against ISU, Illinois State and Bradley. Need we say more? Pregame show at 7, tip-off 7:35. Followed by post-game coverage right up to News 25 Nightside Wednesday evening. Stay tuned for Law and Order SVU. Joe, it finally happened.
Never a doubt.
79-76, the Braves in OT. They snap a 14-game road losing streak. Win for the first time since January 25th, 2004 on the Valley Road. Improved to 12-7, 6-5. For Joe D., Steve Shaw, our director Perry Cole, and our crew here in Evansville, so long from Robert Stadium.